for class today. Today we're going to do so many more new things, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me. Please be sure to check us out on our social media outlets, to include our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. Also, be sure that you are consulting with your healthcare physician prior to changing your exercise regimen or indulging in a new exercise regimen. When taking this class, you're definitely going to need water, good pair of tennis shoes, okay? Flexible, loose clothing to include a breathable, comfortable, supportive top. When you're taking this class as well, you may feel free to play music in the background, although you may not hear it on my end, just to keep you motivated. And also be sure to have a mat handy, just in case we grab that to use it for an exercise or two. So today we're going to be talking about dynamic moves. Dynamic moves are included in plyometrics, and today we're going to indulge in a few more of those. I want to forewarn you that some of these moves involve jumps, leaps, some impact on the knees, some impact on the lower back. I will do my very best to show you the regression prior to showing you the actual exercise. I hope that you will be able to partake in it from beginning to end. But if you feel that you need to take a break, you are more than welcome to do so. Take a break, take a breath, and then come back and get back into the groove with me. All right, so whenever we're doing dynamic moves or we're going to do a workout with dynamic moves, we want to make sure that we have a quality workout, a quality warm-up, of course, before we start our quality workout. Our quality warm-up is going to include some static moves. It's going to include some static stretches. You might even feel the need to get a foam roller involved. Be sure that you are doing at least 3 rounds of these warm-up exercises. You don't have to do a lengthy number of exercises. You may choose to do 3 to 4 of them, but just try to do them for at least 3 rounds to get your body really, really warm and really, really flexible for what we're about to do. It also is a great way to prevent injury, and we never want to get injured, especially on purpose. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with our marches in about 15 seconds. We're going to do regressive marches. We're going to do regressive/progressive marches, and then we're going to do progressive marches. When you're doing your marches, make sure for the regressive, you keep your feet low to the ground. For progressive, you bring them up to waist height. In 3, 2, 1, let's march it out. We're going to do about 1 minute of each exercise. We have about 4 exercises that we're going to do today. Nothing unusual, all things that you're familiar with, okay? Everything is going to help to warm up the body so that we're good and flexible for when we get ready to try those dynamic moves. Be sure that you're breathing. I hope that you got a really good meal in you before you started your exercise and you allowed it to digest. When we're doing exercises with dynamic moves, you want to make sure that you fuel your body with the right things so that you have all the energy you need to make it through the workout. We've got 15 more seconds to go with our marches close to the ground, and then we're going to jump right into our squats. Arms up by the ears in 3, 2, 1, and arms up and squat down. Inhale and exhale. Stick the glute back. You don't have to come down this low. Remember, this is just the regression. This is just the start. My arms are up, my palms are facing, my fingers are lengthened. You also don't have to go very fast. Take your time. Good. Don't stop here. 15 seconds to go. Then we're going to go right into our lunges. Our lunges start off high, our regressive lunges. Make sure you have your feet planted on the ground, front and back. In 3, 2, and 1. Hands on hips. Step forward. Now, I just want to say that sometimes we may feel the need to rush the warm-up along because we're ready to get into the workout or because our time is limited. I highly advise against that. Make sure you fit enough time in to prepare your body, fit enough time in to cool your body down, okay? 10 seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now let's do some stretches. So bring your arm up above for your tricep stretch, grabbing onto that elbow, holding it for at least 15 seconds, breathing through it. Good. 3, 2, 1, and let's switch. Pulling on that elbow. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your arms down. And that IT band stretch, that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to face the wall so you can see me from behind. And right leg behind the left. Right arm goes up and over. Remember the last time we did this with our left side facing the wall and our fingertips touch the wall, helping us to gauge our hip protruding out to the side. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides, and I'm going to do it against the wall so you can remember. So left leg behind the right, left arm over, stick the hip out, and maintain your balance. And 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. And one more stretch before we go back to our warm-up, the rest of our warm-up, second round. So coming down to the floor, 90-degree angle in both knees. And we're going to place both hands on the inside for our windmill stretch. And look up. Our kneeling twist, actually. 3, 2, 1. And let's take this front foot back and our opposite foot forward. So hands, arms in line with the leg. Swing the outside arm out and up. Good. And lower the arm down. And go ahead and bring that knee back. And let's go ahead and do a spine lengthening stretch. So that's our cat stretch. We're going to inhale and exhale round. And again, inhale, exhale round. Inhale one more, exhale and round. Very nice. All right, now we're going to come to our feet. We're going to do round 2 of our mobile warm-up, right? So the static moves that we're doing, we started out with our march. Now our march is going to be half progressive and half progressive for 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1. So 30 seconds of low to the ground, and then 30 seconds of progressive. Progressive is going to be half the time. Our knees are going to come up higher and measure out about waist height, okay? Arms are at the sides and bent at the elbow. We have about a 90-degree curve in those elbows, okay? Remembering to breathe, not holding your breath. If you feel the need to slow it down because you're feeling overly exerted already, then do that, okay? Again, listen to your body. Listen to exactly what it's saying and just try to accommodate as much as you can so that you prepare your body for the successful road ahead. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Lift. Good. Here we go. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to go into our squat. So arms up, higher squat, and then 30 seconds of a lower squat. In 3, 2, and 1. Three, 2, and deeper. Yep. If you hear me breathing, that's a reminder that you should be breathing too. It's okay for someone to hear you breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms down, hands on the hips. Let's get ready for lunges. In 3, 2, 1. Step forward and lunge. Three, 2, deeper. Push off that front foot. Don't let it drag. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Tricep stretch. A time to catch your breath. Hand on the back. And let's switch it out. Very nice. And our IT stretch. Arm up and over. And when it comes to the static stretches, at this point in the warm-up, you can switch them out. They can be different stretches, okay? And let's switch. Just make sure you're getting a quality stretch. And a quality stretch of the muscles that you know you're going to be working in the workout is equally important. Three, 2, 1. Very nice. And let's come on down. And pressing against the front knee with your right shoulder. So my right foot is forward, my right arm is down, my right shoulder is pressing on the inside of the right knee. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it out. And open up. 3, 2, 1. On down and a back stretch. Inhale and exhale. Again. And one more. Very nice. All right, come to your feet, and I'm going to show you an example of what it looks like to change out some of the moves for your warm-up to kind of work the same muscles that you'll be working for when you do your workout. So, we're going to do progressive moves for this round, but I'm going to change the exercises. So, we're going to do the butt kicks. Do you remember those? Where we brought the heel to the glute, okay? So that was the regressive form. We're going to do the progressive form. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, okay? And actually what we're going to do is do the progressive move for 30 seconds, and then we're going to take it down to regressive form for 30 seconds. So we're going to flip it just a little bit. So let's start with that. In 3, 2, 1. Got it. Stay with it. We're almost to the regressive point. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep kicking. Good. Heel to glute. You got it. Just breathe. And 3, 2, and 1. So let's go back to the marches. Let's do it 90 degrees. Then we'll go to the regressive, okay? I know we typically do all progressive, but we're changing it up just a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and up. And remember I said just change it on the exercise to make sure that we're really getting the same muscles we're going to use to work out in the actual dynamic move workout to also get a good warm-up. 3, 2, 1. Low marches. Low marches. "15 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Good. So now we're going to do our toe touches, but we're going to try to give it a little bit of a leap, a little jump, okay? So we're going to touch your toes, little jump. 3, 2, 1. Touch, jump. Touch, little jump. Like you're shooting a basketball. Notice that I'm keeping my head up to avoid any form of dizziness of quickly coming up. I'm keeping a bend in my knees, slight bend. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Regressive form. So tap and reach. Inhale, exhale. And this one is good too, because not only does it warm up the legs, but you get a nice little stretch in the back of the legs as well. Through the arms, the chest opens up. You have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then we're going to change up the stretches just a bit. So instead of bringing my arm up above my head, I'm going to bring it across my chest and crossing the elbows, feeling a stretch right through the outside of my shoulder and down my arm. And let's switch. So, left arm on top of the right, they cross at the elbow. My bottom arm is simply going to fold or bend at the elbow and bring my top arm, which is my left arm, closer to my chest. And that's how I start to feel the stretch from my shoulder down through my arm. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now to stretch my chest, I'm going to bring my arms behind, bring my shoulders back and down, stick my chest out, and breathe. Again, just changing out the exercises to stretch a little bit more in different areas. 5 more seconds. And let's round the back. So round the upper back, interlock the fingers, okay? Tuck the pelvis. Like bring your belly button closer to your nose and look down for your belly button and feel that stretch through the upper part of your back, down to the lower part of your back, as your pelvis is tilted and your belly button is drawn in all the more. Squeeze your glutes and breathe. Looks awkward, but probably feels great to you, just like it does to me. And drop your arms. Wonderful. And let's just do a shoulder roll to the back. One more. And a shoulder roll to the front. Okay, great. We started out really well. We've set ourselves up for success by getting a great warm-up in. All right, dynamic moves. All right, we talked a little bit about it, did some of them, when we talked about plyometrics. Now we're going to talk about a few more of them. So let's talk about ones that you might remember. Let's start with the Murphy Burpee. Remember, dynamic moves are moves that you do for very short durations, not many reps of them, okay? So we're going to stick to about 10 seconds of burpees. We're going to try to do about 2 rounds, okay? If you need a mat, grab a mat. If you don't have a mat, it's okay to do without one, okay? All right, so you're going to lay your mat out, and you're going to end up at the edge of your mat. Just as a quick reminder about a Murphy, nothing from the usual that we've done before. Arms at our sides. We've hinged, then we walk out, hold plank, then we walk it in, and then we simply lift our heels up, okay? That's our Murphy. Our Burpee is we start with the jump, we jump out, and jump up, okay? 2 rounds, 10 seconds each, small break in between. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out, in. 3, 2, and 1. So for the next round, I'll do Murphys, okay? And you can feel free to do the half and half just like that. I will show you a regression, and then we'll go into the progression. Or I'll show you the progression and go to the regression. All right, to the regression. Murphys. In 3, 2, and 1. Walk it back. And reach up. And hinge. Walk it out. Walk it back. And reach up. Okay? So, that was the Murphy Burpee. All right, let's try another one that we tried before, but this time we're going to do something a little bit different with it. Last time we talked about jumping jacks, right? And we talked about this being our regressive move. Well, this time we're going to change that up and make it even more dynamic. So we're going to go from the jumping jack to what's called a seal jack, which is even more dynamic. So if your jumping jack started out with a progressive jumping jack, then you were doing a typical jumping jack. But this time, I want you to try to do a seal jack, and that's going to require you to start with your arms out and feet about shoulder width apart, and you're going to clap your hands together while bringing your legs out. So, legs out together, okay? Out together. So, legs out, arms out, okay? And it's just a little bit different because your arms aren't above your head, they're more so in front, and for you to combine the moves and to coordinate them can sometimes be a challenge for some folks. Not everyone, but some. All right, so we're going to try that. Jumping jack, 30 seconds, and seal jack after a little bit of a break for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. So light feet. Four, 3, 2, 1, little break. And then we're going to do the seal right in front. All right, so arms out, legs out, arms in, legs in. In 3, 2, 1. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Grab some water if you need it. All right. All right. So let's talk about those squats again. We talked about those static squats and turning them dynamic to jump squats. Okay. So, remember, if your squat is not quite where you want it to be, stay with your static squat, but with a little leap off the floor. And just a little review. These are all little reviews. Arms up, come down into your squat. So, this is your static squat, which typically starts upright, and then you squat down. Well, in this case, you're going to start down and then simply lift your heels up. Okay? If you're going to do the full-on jump squat, okay, then it'll look more like this. Arms are up, still down in your squat, but feet have a little air underneath them. Okay? All right. So we're going to do 2 sets. Remember, harder things like this, 2 sets, 10 seconds apiece. Nothing too strenuous. All right, here we go. In 15 seconds, let's get our arms up and ready. Let's prepare our abs. Pull them in. Inhale, exhale, squat down. And let's go. Make it continuous. 3, 2, 1. I got a little carried away. All right, so now we're going to do the regressive version. Regressive version. Just a little heel lift off the floor. Arms still up. Arms still up. All right, here we go. Light feet. Inhale. And exhale, squat down. Get down as low as you feel comfortable. And let's lift. And lift. And lift. Good. Breathe. Three, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, so now for some new things. You remember marches? Marches that we do in a warm-up, marches that we make progressive by lifting our knees to waist height. Well, we're going to do those marches again, but now we're going to make them dynamic. Now we're going to make them powerful. How do you say? Well, we always have to add a little bit more extra. And the way we're going to do that is our marches typically started and ended here. They were regressive. But now what we're going to do to make them dynamic is we're going to add a little bit of a run to our march, okay? Called high knees. Yes? High knees. So, high knees look like this. Arms by your side, bend to the elbow. Looking forward, you're going to draw each knee up the same way we would in our warm-up, but now you're going to add some run to it. Watch. Here we go. Like it? I hope you do. All right. So again, if when you do this exercise, you are looking at me going, Paula, you must be out of your mind. That's okay. I want you to try. This is your regression, and this is your progressive. Okay? And then, because it's only going to be 10 seconds of those, I want you to try to do the run in between. Even if your knees don't come up to waist height, you can do the run with your marches. All right, so let's try it. 2 rounds, 10 seconds each. I'm not doing the regression for this exercise because you've seen me do that before, so you know what to do. So I'm going to do straight progression for both 10-second sets. I hope you do it with me. I'm going to do one where I'm turned to the side and one where I'm facing you. In 3, 2, 1, go. Staying on the toes. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to face you. I'm going to do a second set and we're going to go for it. Here we go. All right, this time I'm facing you. Ready for it? All right, 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, so now we're going to go into another exercise. But grab some water as you need it. Make sure you stay hydrated. And let's try something a little bit different. So, toe touches. You're probably wondering, Paula, how dynamic can we get with toe touches? Well, not to worry, there's always a way. So, toe touches, what we typically do is, we typically hinge at the waist, run our hands down the front, touch the toes. Well, we're going to do something similar, but to show you how you can make it dynamic, you're kind of going to make your toes come to you with a tuck jump, okay? So, tuck jumps are typically exactly how they sound. You're going to tuck your body up into a ball while you're in the air. Now, I don't require you, nor am I highly suggesting that you touch your toes while your knees are in your chest. Now, you can, but I only encourage you to touch the top of your knees while your legs are in the air. So it's going to look like this. From the front, all right, from the front, I typically like to have my hands out front to gauge. I do an inhale, and then when I exhale, I bring my legs up, okay? So I hop both feet at the same time, tap the top, okay? And that technically is my dynamic toe touch. If I wanted to touch my toes, I could do the same thing. Inhale, exhale, okay? So What I'm saying is you don't have to touch your toes. You can just touch the top of your thighs. We're only doing it for 10 seconds. I'm showing you some dynamic moves to help you to build up your workout so that if you feel like it's getting a little bit dull, you can add 1 or 2 of these moves in there and you can change your workout. Remember, do it for very short periods of time. Don't do many reps, and feel free to kind of insert them in between long spurts of your aerobic workout. Okay, if you're doing your walk, maybe you do a tuck jump along your walk. Just 1 or 2, something to just spice it up a little bit. All right, 2 sets, 10 seconds per set. And remember, the regression is simply doing the toe touch. If you wanted to squat all the way down and do your toe touch, you could do that as well. All right, here we go. 2 sets, 10 seconds each in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay? Now, I'm going to do the second set, still 10 seconds, but this time I'm going to make attempts to always touch my toes. All right? Or get as close to my toes as possible. All right, here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Dynamic moves. Take a breather, grab some water. No need to fall out. And take some breaths. All right, I'm going to move my mat out of the way because I want to show you something on the wall involving our wall push-ups. So, wall push-ups. We've used them for some time now, and it's been fun. But you might be saying that you're ready to add a little bit more to it, but you're not yet quite ready, or you are ready and have been ready and have been doing your push-ups on the floor, or with your feet elevated on a bench or a step, or with your hands elevated as well. But how do you make those dynamic? Well, you typically have to add something fast in between. So, if you're wondering what that's going to be, today's going to be a clap. You are going to do a push-up off the wall with a clap. Now, I'm going to have my back towards you, so please be sure that you have a good angle, and I will also try to mimic the same move without doing it on the wall. So before I do that, let me show it to you in the forward motion. Your arms are going to be extended. Remember, your feet are going to be behind you, and you're going to be on the wall. And typically what you're going to do is you're going to push off the wall, clap, and end up back on the wall. So your toes are really going to grip the floor even inside your shoes. You're going to push off the wall, clap, come back to the wall. All right? So let me show you an example of that. And don't fear, it won't be for long. It's going to be about for 20 seconds for this round, because I feel like it's going to take you a little bit, or at least half the time, to get the feel for it. Also, just a warning, if you have any shoulder impingement issues, or push-ups are already difficult for you, and the wall just seems to be satisfying your workout without aggravating your shoulders, then stay with that. Okay? You do not have to do the push-off with the clap. You can simply just do a little push-off and no clap. So for that, if I can call it like a regressive dynamic move, then your hands are on the wall, and you're simply going to make an attempt to create some space between your hands and the wall. Just a little push off, and then return to the wall. Okay? So a little push off, and then return to the wall. Okay? With your arms outstretched at all times. All right, now for the clap. So, step back from the wall, arms are fully extended, shoulder height, push off, clap. Your elbows do not bend. Push off, clap. Okay? And the faster you do it, is the more difficult it becomes. So, 20 seconds each, 2 rounds, and we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? Pretty good, right? Not that hard. Please make sure that your palms stay open, your fingers stay outstretched. Please make sure that you're not locking the elbow, but you're also keeping your arms as long as possible, okay? And also give yourself some give in your toes, okay? So your toes are back here. You're going to have to balance, push off, clap, and then come back. Make sure your heel is pushed towards the floor, but you're really getting a bulk of the weight to your toes. All right, second set in 5, 4, hands on the wall, 3, 2, and 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, right? And the farther back you step without lifting your palms off the wall is the harder it gets with the speed at which you're doing it. All right, the last thing I want to show you is another dynamic move that sort of involves your squat. So with your squat has been limited or staying at about a range that is most comfortable for you and for your knees. So with that being said, if after I show you this move, you feel that it is going to be too cumbersome for your knees, then I ask that you stay with either your static squat with your arms up or hands on your waist or arms even out in front of you. Stay with your static squat, or go ahead and progress up to the squat with the little heel lifts, okay? That is an option. This option is going to have some jumping and coordination of movements in it. It is going to be similar to a squat jump, but not exactly. All right, so this is going to be a frog jump. The frog jump kind of combines the squat jump and the jumping jack almost at the same time. You are going to come into your squat position and you're going to tap between your legs while also kind of clicking your heels at the same time. So it is a tap and out, okay? And also, we might also refer to this as a squat jump. Sometimes it goes by various names. Today, we're going to call it a frog jump. So, with that being said, tap in the middle, or some people might also call it a pop squat, okay? So, pop squat, squat jump, frog jump, either way, it's a jump with a squat, and your heels are clicking, all right? So here we go. I want to show it to you again. We're going to do 2 rounds, 10 seconds each round, and then we're going to cool down, starting with some of the warm-up exercises we did, as well as some stretches. All right, here we go. So you are going to make sure you're in the position where your pelvis, you're hinged just a little bit, and it's like you're going to come down into a squat, which you are, but you really want to get your butt down so you can tap the floor before coming up and clicking your heels and jumping out again. You can switch the arms as much as you want to. Just make sure you jump in, tap the heels, and jump out. All right, 10-second stints, 2 rounds, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tap, 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 tap. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do that one more time. If you're feeling any discomfort, stay with this. Okay? Squats or squat with a little heel raise. All right? But stay in the squat. Second set. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. How do you feel? Tired? Energized? Excited? Happy? Joyful? Good. I like those words. All right, so let's start with our cool down. With our cool down today, we're going to start off with our little march. And we just want to bring our heart rate down gently. Again, dynamic moves, plyometrics, really nice, long, extensive, not too long, warm up, okay? Get the body real warm before you decide to do jumps, leaps, dynamic squats, okay? Do not want to injure yourself. All right, let's do some kicks to the front. Kick, just little kicks, little kicks. Inhale, exhale. And give yourself enough time at the end to really cool down. Make sure you drink lots of water, especially after this class. Remember, the goal of plyometrics, dynamic moves, is for the workout to work for us even after we're done working out. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your arms out to the side. And let's arm circles, big ones, big slow ones. Up by the ears, down, pull your belly button in, moving them forward. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good, now let's move or circle backwards. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's come on down to the floor to that 90-90 position. Hands on the inside. Shoulder closest to the knees pressed against it. Outer arm, swing it up. Look up and breathe. And switch. Swing that arm out. And bring it down. Good. Let's go to our cat stretch. Inhale and exhale. Again. One more. Very nice. Now if you'll come and have a seat with me, I want you to do your 3 breaths, telling yourself you did a great job, you tried something new, or you brought back something to memory that you once tried before, and you did your very best, and you just tried it, and that's all that can be asked of you. So, inhale, bring your arms above your head, palms facing, look up, pull your belly button in, turn your palms out and exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As always, I am so happy that you decided to join me for class today. Good luck and good job. Try a couple of these moves. Again, they don't have to take long, and you don't have to do them for the entire workout. Just give it a try. Remember, progress, not perfection. See you soon. Bye now.